Good morning, everybody. Sorry to keep you waiting. I had a computer gremlin. The joys of technology. My screen just froze. Anyhow, let's begin as usual with just settling the body. And by settling and calming the body, we settle and calm the mind. So I hope everything's okay now. Thank you for your patience. It's one of the what do you call it, perfections. Okay, so make sure you're comfortable, whether you're on a chair or on your cushion on the floor. And let's just scan the body so that we can let go of any areas of tension. Just going to the top of the head. And then moving down over the forehead. Being aware of all those little muscles around the eyes. And anywhere that you notice tension, when you breathe out, imagine that tension just leaves the body with your breath. And moving down the face, over the cheekbones, to the mouth. And checking that you're not clenching your jaw. It's something that we often do unconsciously when we're concentrating. And then gently going back to the top of the head and moving down the back of the head, the base of the skull, relaxing the neck, the throat. So just enjoying the sense of relaxation in the whole of your head. The front, the back, the top. And coming to the tops of the shoulders. Relaxing the shoulders. The shoulder blades. Traveling down the spine to the base of the spine. Relaxing, releasing, letting go. Feeling your buttocks on the chair or the cushion, feeling supported, stable, safe. Coming to the front of the body, top of the chest, diaphragm, belly, relaxing, releasing, peaceful, calm. And moving from the hips down through the thighs to the knees and the ankles, top of the feet, soles of the feet, toes, relaxed, comfortable, still. Gently coming back to the shoulders and moving down to the elbows, to the wrists, to the back of the hands and the palms of the hands. Feel your hands resting in your lap or on your knees. Again, that sense of stillness, stability, and feeling supported by the earth element, grounded. And then traveling from your toes all the way back to the top of your head. Just checking in case there's little areas of tension that you may have missed. And just enjoying the sense of the body still and at ease for a few moments. Being aware of the whole body, the top of your head, and the tips of your toes. And now before we move into the breathing meditation, taking time to set a positive motivation for taking this time out to meditate. And let's move away from our usual, unconscious, usually self-centered attitude and think that we are doing this meditation not only for ourselves, but for everyone else. Because we're all equal in that there's nobody who wants to suffer, and everybody wants to be happy. So if we can have calm and peaceful minds, instead of contributing to the confusion and the agitation and the negative states of mind, we can contribute with a positive, calm mind, connected with loving kindness and compassion, which are our innate good qualities. So coming from that positive mind state, let's move in to some meditation. And our only task is to bring the awareness to the breath and to notice whenever our mind wanders, when it moves away from the object of focus, to gently but firmly bring it back without judgment, without criticism. Remember, we are practicing. So when we're practicing, we don't expect to be perfect straight away. So as I say, let's enjoy this meditation, focusing on the breath entering and leaving the nostrils. Or you can focus on the rise and the fall of the abdomen. Off we go. Allow the breath to flow naturally. We don't need to control it. Do your best to be aware of the whole of the inhalation and the whole of the exhalation. Again and again, bring the mind back. And you'll probably notice that the more you practice, just like anything, the easier it becomes. And of course, we're all going to have days when our minds are all over the place. But after a while, our mind comes to enjoy a break. Our mind's able to have a rest and not be dragged here, there, and everywhere by random thoughts. So time for a stretch and a sip of your nice warm drink. So when I'm on YouTube, I can't see who's out there. I see some of you have joined in on the live chat, so that's lovely. But if anybody's got any questions about breathing meditation, I'll do my best to answer them. And as I'm always saying, there's no such thing as a silly question. And whether we're newbies or we've been around for a while, sometimes questions do come up. So feel free to ask. Okay. Very funny. I had the computer set up and everything ready, and I come down and the screen is completely blank. I couldn't turn it on. I think every computer has a gremlin, and whenever we're trying to do something that's important, it likes to throw a little spanner in the works. You know, when you're ordering something online or you're paying for your plane ticket and it says pay now, and you press the button and whoops. Or might be it's our gurus giving us, manifesting as a computer to give us an opportunity to practice patience. So it's very interesting. It never seems to happen if you're doing something that's not so important. It only happens, for me anyhow. Yeah, so far. And then we're going to keep our sense of humour. So, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Now I'm going to do again the meditation on forgiveness. I don't think I've done that for a while, but I think especially, since the virus and the lockdown, all of us have had a lot of time to ponder our lives, and all kinds of thoughts come up, and might be we have regrets, and they can kind of prey on us if we're not careful. And we find it very, very hard to forgive, particularly to forgive ourselves. So I think this meditation is really, really important. It's important at any time, but as I was saying, might be more so now when we have a lot of time for introspection, because we're very, very good at beating ourselves up, and that's it's not beneficial. It's not beneficial for us, and it's not beneficial for anybody else. So let's have a look at this meditation. So as we develop in our practice, we become more conscious of what is going on in our minds. Yeah. So this also, it seems that being in isolation has, to some extent, the same effect as doing quite intensive meditation, because we do become more aware of what's happening in our minds, and we become clearer about what we feel and why we feel it, and we start to uncover the discrepancies in our lives, and get in touch with the bruises and hurts of old relationships. And then, if we're skillful, slowly we're able to tie loose ends and heal the wounds. So this particular practice of forgiveness meditation is a wonderful way to heal the pain of the old hurts that block our hearts and prevent us from trusting and loving ourselves and others. And forgiveness is the key to opening our hearts, to learning from the painful lessons of the past in order to move into the future unhindered. So again, just check your posture, make sure you're comfortable, relaxed, mind alert, but body at ease. And for a few moments, bringing your awareness back to the breath. And now, allow memories and images and emotions to just float freely in your mind. With regard to things that you have done, said, and thought that you have not forgiven yourself for. So even if these memories and images are painful, just allow them to be there. And then, from your heart, say to yourself, I forgive myself for whatever I have done in the past, intentionally or unintentionally. My actions, my words, and my thoughts. I have suffered enough. I have learned and grown, and I'm ready now to open my heart to myself. May I be happy. May I be free from confusion. May I know the joy of truly understanding myself, others, and the world. May I come to know my own wholeness and fullness and help others to do the same. And now, in the space in front of you, imagine a person that you love, whom you want to forgive, or whose forgiveness you need. And again, from your heart to theirs, directly communicate the following. With all my heart, I forgive you for whatever you may have done, whether it was intentional or unintentional, by your actions, your words, or your thoughts that have caused me pain. I forgive you, and I ask that you forgive me for whatever I may have done, intentionally or unintentionally to you, by my actions, my words, or my thoughts. I ask your forgiveness. May you be happy, free, and joyful. May we both open our hearts and minds to meet in love and understanding as we grow into wholeness. Imagine that this message is received and accepted, and affirm the feeling of healing between you. And then let that image dissolve into space. Now, in the space in front of you, imagine someone toward whom you feel great resentment or negativity. And although this is difficult now, to the best of your ability, from your heart to theirs, communicate again the essence of the following. From my heart, I forgive you for whatever you have done, intentionally or unintentionally, that has caused me pain. I forgive you for the actions and words and thoughts that you have expressed from your own pain, confusion, insensitivity, and possibly even fear of me. I forgive you, and I ask that you forgive me for the way in which I have, intentionally or unintentionally, closed my heart to you. This is normally what we do, isn't it? Somebody hurts us and we close our hearts. I ask your forgiveness for causing you suffering. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and confusion. And may we both open our hearts to meet in love and understanding as we grow into our wholeness. Imagine that this message has been received and accepted, and affirm the healing that has taken place within you and between the two of you. Then allow the image of this person to melt into space. Now think about the countless people toward whom you have closed your heart. Remember how you felt when people abused you, spoke harshly, took your parking place and pushed in the queue, and so on. Consider how many people you have hurt in some way by your own conscious or unconscious actions and words and thoughts. How many times have you been the abuser, the one who crowded in, the one who spoke harshly? Imagine these countless beings standing before you, and from your heart to theirs, generate the essence of the following. I forgive you for whatever you have done, intentionally or unintentionally, that has caused me to suffer. I forgive you, and I ask you to forgive me for whatever I have done, intentionally or unintentionally, that has hurt you. May you and I and all of us create the causes for happiness in our lives. May we outgrow and transform the causes of our suffering. May we all come to know the joy of truly understanding and experiencing our interrelationship. May we open our hearts and minds to each other and meet in harmony. So this is a meditation that you can do again and again. It's very powerful, can be very moving, very touching. And each time you complete the meditation, feel as vividly and wholeheartedly as you are able that you have actually released all guilt and blame towards yourself, and that you have forgiven others. So really, we need to forgive others. If we want to be happy, we need to forgive others, and we need, most particularly, to forgive ourselves. So we need to have a patient acceptance of our past actions, to be able to let go of guilt and blame. We need to do this for ourselves and others. So it's a relatively simple meditation. I think it's fairly easy to remember the sequence. And if you can do that every now and again, I think it will be very, very beneficial. And forgiveness doesn't mean condoning negative actions. It's a different mindset. Patience, acceptance, and letting go of guilt and blame. So I'd like to finish with what has become my favourite dedication in this difficult time, and it's the dedication from Shantideva's Bodhisattva's way of life. So let's dedicate this merit, this positive energy that we have generated, by taking time to do this meditation. Let's dedicate it in the following way. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of my merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled, with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may they never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. And this has been happening a lot, hasn't it? One of the positive things that has come out of this difficult situation. And then finally, the wish of the Bodhisattva. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then, may I too remain, to dispel the miseries of the world. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. It's a lovely sunny day here. I've got my washing outside, so I'm happy with the sun. So yes, may you all stay safe and well, and find very positive things to do, while the lockdown is happening. And look after yourselves. And, oh, by the way, anybody who is thinking of joining the Wednesday morning class, we are now on Zoom. It's not on YouTube, because it's quite interactive. Yeah. So that the Wednesday morning class will be on Zoom. The other meditations that I'm doing will continue to be on YouTube. So, just check our program and enjoy the rest of your day. Stay well, stay happy, stay safe. Thank you.